Are HRTs less effective when you have a dysbiotic or a dysregulated microbiome in your gut? And the answer is yes. There's been a number of studies done in this field demonstrating that HRT therapy is more effective when the gut is healthier and more diverse in its microbial population. Conversely, when there is a dysbiotic gut or dysregulated gut, these therapies can be not only much less effective with their symptom regulation, but they can actually be detrimental. They can actually cause much of the estrogen dominance or estrogen lacking symptoms and or outcomes to be exacerbated. Because the estrobolome in the female gut controls estrogen recycling through beta-glucuronidase, we have to be very careful that the gut is in a place of estrobolome balance and estrobolome health. If not, you get what we consider being over-recirculation of estrogens or an under-recirculation of other protective hormones like progesterone, testosterone, DHEA. These are all very much modified by the microbiome. And when a gut is in dysregulation, including the estrobolome, you're actually in an inflammatory state. So now we're impacting the estrogen receptors. And the estrogen receptors become either more or less sensitive to estrogen, which then, of course, as you can imagine, it has a much greater impact on both the symptoms and the health of someone. So we have to be very considerate of our gut health when we're working with either plant-based phytoestrogens and or HRT hormone replacement therapy, because the microbiome and the estrobolome in particular will vastly modify its impact, and actually it can create harmful metabolites if we're not careful. Certainly it can disbalance our hormones or women's hormones to a place where it can be quite a miserable experience. So consider gut health, consider your microbiome prior to any modification of our balancing of our hormones. It is very doable using diet, healthy diet, avoiding all processed foods, sugars, things that disrupt our microbiome, and overgrowth of things, organisms like the Collencella, bifidobacteria in our microbiome that help us with the estrobolome. And then add in slowly but surely more plant fibers and what we consider prebiotics and probiotics. And then you'd be ready for this journey.